Okay, so my video cut off a bit before. So what I wanted to finish saying was I put plastic wrap around the top of the dough, like that, to make sure it was sealed tight. And then what I did was I put it in my oven, which was turned off, and I left it in there for about 2.5 hours to rise. When you put it in an oven or a microwave or just a closed space like that, it prevents any draft that could get to the dough to keep it from rising, like just something as simple as opening and shutting the doors, moving around a lot. In case the plastic isn't super tight, keeping it in another closed area is just a good go-to to make sure it rises right and rises on time. So now what I'm going to do, you can do one of two things. You can take the dough out right now, start rolling it on a floured surface, and start cutting out your donuts. Or what I'm going to do, since it's late, is I'm going to take some parchment paper, put it out here, put my dough on the paper, wrap it up, put it in a freezer bag, and pop it in the fridge. That way tomorrow morning when I'm ready to roll out some fresh dough, I can just take it out of the fridge, let it set for about half an hour so it comes to kind of a room temperature, and then that's what we'll do then. Big ass ball of dough. And then I just straight up turn it over and let it fall. And it rose to about double the size. It's a pretty big round piece of dough compared to what it was. So I'm just gonna kind of push it in a little bit because the parchment paper is not that wide. And make it kind of a log shape. I'll just fold it over. And I like to use parchment paper, or you can use wax paper for this as well if you're going to store it in the fridge. Some people use plastic wrap to wrap it in, and that's fine as well. I just think this is really soft and sticky, and sometimes it'll stick a little too easily to plastic wrap in my opinion, so I'll just fold it in some parchment and then make sure it's sealed airtight in a plastic freezer bag. Go into fucking Narnia and find a freezer bag back in here. Not that one. That one. Take a little bit of the air out of it because it will continue to rise and build up air in this bag. So I'll just take a little bit of air out. And then I'm going to pop it in the fridge. Donut dough generally stays good in the fridge for up to a week. So if you use some of it and then you take the scraps and you roll it back in, then you put it back in here, that's no issue. Just make sure to throw it out after a week, or it does okay in the freezer for a couple months as well. Sometimes too much cold will deactivate the yeast a little bit, or so I've heard. I've never tried freezing and then reusing donut dough, but that's just what I've read. So I'm going to put this in the fridge, and then tomorrow morning we'll come back to it. We'll start to roll it out, fry them up, and we will also make the glaze. And I'll show you how I did my chocolate frosting coating and a pink colored vanilla frosting topping as well.